Welcome back. Just days into their 60-day peace deal, Iran and the US are already at odds over control of the Strait of Hormuz. Overnight, Iran said that it was shutting the strait and warned ships not to approach the waterway due to Israeli strikes in Lebanon, which it says violates the agreement.
But the United States Central Command denied the strait is closed, saying Iran does not control it and that traffic continues to flow. And joining us live now from the US is Mike Baker, former CIA officer. Morning to you, Mike. All right, we've got some competing claims here. Iran says that it's shut, the US says it's open, clear as mud. Who do we believe here?
Well, the answer is somewhere in the middle. There are vessels moving through, depending on which ship tracking operation you talk to. We could have had up to 50 vessels moving through over the past couple of days. So, yes, okay, that's some progress. The problem is that, the U.S. says that Iran doesn't control the strait. And from an operational perspective, from a military perspective, yeah, you could make that argument, but it doesn't matter because all Iran has to do, in a sense, to control the strait is say it's closed. And that then creates this uncertainty within the shipping industry, the insurance industry, the cargo operators, and they don't feel it's worth the risk to push their vessels through the strait. So they look for another option, perhaps going along the coast of Oman. So in a sense, yes, the U.S. is correct. Iran doesn't necessarily control the strait from a military perspective, but they have enough control that they can continue to jam it up.
As we have seen for months. Like, why you would even argue that point is extraordinary because clearly they are controlling it. Okay, listen, it was only 24 hours ago that we were announcing this ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, which is a key point in that 14-point peace plan. How much of an issue will their ongoing fighting make for the US to keep this peace deal intact?
Yeah, this is a really important point. And here's the thing. The Lebanese government doesn't control Hezbollah. They have no control over Hezbollah. So when you say you've got a peace deal, unless Hezbollah is part and parcel of that deal, it doesn't mean anything. Now, the key here is that the Iranian regime insisted repeatedly that Lebanon be part of the memorandum of understanding, right, that was put together. And the U.S. administration allowed that to happen. They in a sense, gave into that demand. They walked into a trap because Iran controls Hezbollah. Iran just is basically working for time. The regime still exists. They believe they've got the upper hand because they still exist. And they control Hezbollah. Hezbollah attacks Israeli troops. It's not because they do it on their own, right? There are IRGC, Revolutionary Guard Corps commanders in Lebanon, in a sense, directing Hezbollah at this point. They went in there, particularly after that beeper operation that took out so many commanders. Yeah. So the regime was very sophisticated in a sense. They knew what they were doing, and they knew this was going to, at times, be capable of blowing up any understanding.
Yep, and of course those technical talks are now kicking off, and we have JD Vance. He is on his way to Switzerland to begin those negotiations. He's hoping to make some progress on nuclear as well as you just mentioned there, the Lebanon ceasefire. Hey, Mike Baker, thanks for your time this morning.
Absolutely. Take care.
Always appreciate it. Now,